So to speak more on this, political affairs analyst Jide-Ojo joins me now. Thank you very much for joining us. Now, how would you rate Nigeria's political space 62 years after independence?
Well, it's still a work in progress for Nigeria. Yes, we are not where we ought to be for obvious reasons of challenge of national development, nation building. But we are not where we used to be. In many respects, we've moved, but our movement has been at a very snail pace. Recall that you could not, if at independence we are said to be like 50 million, today we are over 200 million. So facilities that are needed, infrastructures needed, the requirement is more than quadruple. But we've not been very fortunate with leaders who can harness the great potentials of this country. So my submission is that Nigeria is a clay-footed giant that just relishes the memory of being the giant of Africa. Yes, you can be a giant, but what have you achieved in science and technology? Where are we in politics, in governance? And I'm not talking just governance. I'm talking of good governance. Where is Nigeria? How many of Nigeria's past leaders have won the Mo Ibrahim Prize for good governance? How many, past or present? Look at the rate of unemployment, 33.3%. For many years, we are the world capital of poverty, third most terrorized countries in the world. Every development index in Nigeria is looking south. Corruption perception index as at 2021. Nigeria scored 24 over 100 and became 153 over 180 countries surveyed. So definitely, we still have myriads of challenges to overcome. But nation building development is not a 100-meter dash. It's a marathon, and it's a never-ending marathon, because even for countries that have been independent for over 200-300 years, a country like US is still grappling with some challenges in their politics, in their elections. You saw what happened with the 2020 November election in US, the one that led to the defeat of Donald Trump, and the aggression or the attack on the Congress of the United States of America on January 6, 2021. These are things that were reserved for Africa, but we saw that happening in US. We saw threats to democracy in US and in many other countries. Look at the rate of political instability in UK, that in 6 years, United Kingdom have had 4 prime ministers. That is not a very good record. Same with Italy, same with several other countries where there is high turnover of leadership. So long story short, we are not where we ought to be, but we are not where we used to be. And we need to continue to forge ahead, because any calamity befalling Nigeria will be will impact negatively on the rest of Africa and the global community.
Okay, so with the general elections fast approaching, are you also of the opinion that 2023 is the only time for Nigeria to get it right?
It's just going to be a watershed election, given the fact that the incumbent will not be contesting, and there will be several governors who are also going to be serving out their terms. But long story, if we don't get it right in 2023, there will still be 2027, there will still be 2032, there will still be. Using nation building is an unending task. Yes, I hope we get it right. And how do we hope to get it right? It's by voting out, voting the right leaders, coming out to vote en masse. We don't want to see lukewarm attitude of electorate in 2023. There will be estimated over 90 million registered voters now. And it's not going to be a good thing if only a fraction of us comes out to elect the next president of Nigeria. I look forward to having 80–90% voter turnout, if we are sufficiently angry the way we have been doing social media tiger, condemning and being armchair critics. Like INEC will tell you, INEC will not count your prayer point, neither will INEC, neither is there any polling unit on social media. So people must put their money where their mouth is, must take their destinies in their hand, must shine their eyes and engage the electoral process. And that is by collecting their permanent voters cards later this month when INEC announces the readiness of those who have just, whose permanent voters card has just been printed, as well as coming out to vote en masse during the next general election. And also, we need to follow through with the campaigns to know who exactly we can vote for among all the multitude of campaigning to be our next leader. As I said earlier today at a town hall meeting, there are 11,082 political offices in Nigeria. We should not just focus on one and leave the rest to go to whoever it can go to. We need to engage at both national and subnational level. So we need to get the right president, we need to get the right members for the 469 seats in the National Assembly. That's 109 senators and 360 House of Reps members. We need to get the 993 members of the State House of Assembly, the 27 governorship positions that will be filled next year. We need to elect the right leaders into these positions. So it's an Herculean task. We should not trivialize it. And I pray that our electorates will not be asking for handouts from politicians, who will eventually still held them captive for the next 4 years.
All right, political affairs analyst Jide Ojo, thank you very much for your time and contribution.